Kamal, how are you?
I am great. How are you, Monica?
Good, welcome. Um, I can't tell. It says we're both on, but I can't tell that we are both on at the same time. Do you see that?
I just see that we are live. I can't see the LinkedIn feed, but it says that we're live.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. Well, it's my pleasure to have you on the program today. I just wanted to start with an introduction of who you are and why you do what you do. I know you're a mindset coach and you love what you do, and you're signing up lots of clients, and people are getting big results with you. I just want to know, like, what made you choose to go into coaching and why mindset coaching? Because
I
that's
love
obviously
that. I
what I.
love that. Well, thank you so much for the question. And thanks for making time for me to be here with you today live on LinkedIn. So it's just a pleasure to be with you. And you yourself as well. You're amazing. And your clients are just doing phenomenal. So just a bit about me. I'm Kamal. I'm a money expert, mindset coach. I'm working with Bob Proctor on coaching clients to become more and do more. Just quickly about me, basically it started about a year and a half ago when I started asking these questions. I wanted more. I wanted more than that six-figure income.
Mm,
And as I wanted more than that six-figure income, because 21 years in manufacturing was just not cutting it. It was just no way you're going to get to that 200, 300, 400,000 level. So I started asking these questions. How is that possible? 21 years, 5 degrees, and the companies that I'm with, 4 companies up to 21 years I worked with, they are just not able to do the two, three, $400,000. It was just not even possible. So, but I look at around, Monica, and I saw others are doing it. Very few, but some are doing it with the
mhm.
same background, same education, maybe different color, maybe taller, maybe have a little more hair, but that's about it. So I asked these questions. How do I want more? What do I need to do? And that's how I came across Bob Proctor.
Mm,
So with Bob has been doing this for 60 years and he's now teaching me. And I decided to not just learn the material, Monica, because I enjoyed the material and I saw immediate results. Within 2, 3 months, my sales in my manufacturing company, boom, jumped.
wow.
And I saw myself personally change. I was able to control my diet, my weight where I want. So I said, you know what? If I could do that for me, I can help others. Because
Sure.
I'm sure, like so many want this more in life. So many want that more income, more health, more happiness, more awareness. So I decided not just to be a student, I decided to be a teacher. And that is the best way I see it. My contribution to society, my contribution to help others become more and do more effectively, very quick.
Fantastic. I mean, it sounds like you knew what you wanted and you started to see who could help you get to that place. And I think that happens a lot when people are in corporate America and they see that there's a glass ceiling that they're not going to be able to go beyond. And so it causes you to kind of look around and see what else is out there. But why did you choose mindset over any other? You could have been a business coach, you could have been probably a life coach. Why did you choose the mindset?
The reason I went for the mindset because it was not really about the business side. It was not really about. It was more about what can you do with your mind and what the way Bob puts it. It's 90% mindset, 10% strategy. And at the beginning, I didn't believe it.
Mm,
Like anything you want to build, once you start building it in your mind and really believe that you can do it, because we are all able, we just have to believe that. And we are 90% mindset, 10% strategy. Once you figure that out in your mind that you can do it and you can put together a team that can do it, everything is possible. Mindset's connected to creation, right? We are spirits, we are having a human experience. And
mhm.
with mindset, once you get into connection with who you are and how powerful you are, you can create anything. Words become things, thoughts become products. The thought that you have is eventually becomes impressed, eventually becomes through your body, and you take an action and you're going to develop, create something. So with mindset, that grounds you in many different ways. You become more aware, you become happier, you become healthier, and it's everlasting. That's what I wanted because I didn't want those cycles. There was other trainings in business that teach you a bit of sales and then you fall back down. You go work out, you get stronger, but then you go back down.
Mhm.
But with mindset, once you really fix your habitual behavior on what you want to do, on what kind of money you want to make, what kind of person you want to become, then it stays forever, because then that's who you become. And I found Bob to be the number one in doing this, in this human potential. And I'm grateful that I'm in his circle to learn and understand his material and be able to deliver it at an effective level.
That's so great. So you have your system is modeled after his techniques and tools and helps people from that.
Absolutely. The actual videos are from Bob, but the system delivery is through me.
Of
So
course.
we use the material that Bob has summarized over the last 120 years. And what's the material? Think and Grow Rich. The book is right here, which I study with every day. This book. So this is the book, Think and Grow Rich. So Bob has assembled the best material out of this book, Think and Grow Rich, and the laws of success that Napoleon Hill wrote about back in the 1900s, and puts it in this condensed version of 20-minute videos, 12 lessons that takes you from where you want to go, from where you are to where you want to go. And then through me, I sit with my clients and we figure out what's their goal, what's holding them back, what's the limiting belief, why are they not getting what they want to get? How come they get it for a little bit and then it goes away?
Absolutely. I really get that, because for me, I started working with the mind 30 years ago, and I realized that it was the key to happiness, was to find out how to work with your thoughts and release the limiting beliefs and all the fear. I was in a state of anxiety, and I found a way out of that through, a spiritual path. So I love how everyone has their own take on that, and how to uncover the power of your mind, really, to heal anything and to step into greater power for
Yeah.
yourself and others. So great. So I want to ask you a couple other questions.
Sure, please.
I love your enthusiasm. So why do you think, what do you think holds people back the most? Do they fall victim to their story? Is that usually what's going on with people when they're not making changes in their lives, or not living up to their potential?
That's definitely one that seems to be common. In the short amount of time I've been coaching and meeting clients, so many carry on this old story that has happened to them, and they believe that that's their thing, that is them. They feel and believe that that's going to be their future, and they feel that that's the story that they need to overcome to build the new image, the new self, the new business. And that, unfortunately, that story, the more they think about it, the more they ask for it, the more they become it.
Mm.
So that story, and I totally get it. I feel for everybody that's gone through some kind of misery, some kind of oppression, some kind of depression, some kind of loss. It's not a little thing. It's a big thing when you go through a loss from a business, a family, a country. There's so much going on in the world, right? But then to move you to that next level, because I help people go to that next level, not 2-3% increase. I'm talking 10, 100,000% increase.
Mm.
You have to let go of that story. And it doesn't mean we have to fix it. We just got to let go of that story and build a new one. Let's build a new version. We don't need to fix it. We just have to move it to the side, refocus on who we are, who we want to be, and build that new story so we can become who we want to be.
It's kind of like overwriting it, right? Like the old story can just be, okay, that's there. I don't have to deal with that anymore. I
Yes.
can just notice it. We call it
Yes.
distinguish that from the truth, and then create the life that you truly desire by changing your thoughts about yourself, right?
Absolutely. And then we go on how to change your thoughts, how to build the new you, and how do you make it work? Because everybody can do a new thing 1 day, 2 days, or 3 days. But can you do it for 5 days? Can you do it for 20 days? Can you do it for 6 months? Whatever is that new thing, the new sales executive you want to be, or the new real estate star that you want to be, or that new, person you want to become, can you sustain it? Everybody has this little energy that comes through you on a new year resolution or a new momentum, a new engagement, and you say, yes, that's what I'm going to do, and you go and you want to do it, but then it doesn't work. 2-3 days later you go back, and that's where I come in to educate from a mindset perspective what's really going on, to take you through it. And it's not holding your hand, it's more, once you understand what's it going to take and how you can switch, it's phenomenal, and I love it.
Obviously, your enthusiasm is really contagious. Yeah, and I get that too. Like when people have big breakthroughs and they put aside something that's been stopping them for probably their whole life, and suddenly they have a whole new way of looking at things. It
Yeah.
really makes a big difference. So, what does someone have to do to get started with you if they wanted to find out more about how to work with you, or, you know, yeah, get into your circles a bit.
Yeah, I mean, the number one thing is once you find somebody and you listen to them a few times on socials, or you see their videos, see their lives, is to, don't be scared. Like, book an appointment. We don't bite, we don't hurt. The first appointment, a few minutes we can spend with you to see what's the story. What do you want to do? Is it a business engagement that you need help with, or do you want the coaching? But that's kind of scares so many to actually even do that step. So they sit there and they wait and they wait and they wait. So the key is to jump. You feel it, and the truth is going to resonate, and you have to listen to that truth when your heart tells you that there is something there for me, because there's so many out there, so many coaches, so many different companies doing different things, but there's only one thing for each one of us. Every one of us will resonate at a different frequency and vibe, and your body and your system and your mind is going to tell you who you're resonating with. Now, do you feel it? Do you trust it? So I encourage everybody to start trusting yourself a lot more, and go with that trust, that feel, that gut feeling that says, Monica is amazing. She's doing this, she's doing that, she's got references. I want to have a conversation with her. Come to the community where we are hanging out and learn a little bit more about how we do things, what we're doing. It doesn't mean you commit right away for your life with it. It's not a forever relationship. It's a commitment of time on both sides. But the key is to trust yourself. Your inner is going to be calling you. And that's what everybody misses all the time.
I agree. I think that's the hardest thing, is for someone to just take a leap. And don't be afraid to just have a breakthrough call, because whether you sign up or not, you're going to have a breakthrough. Something's going to shift for you, because we know what we're doing in that free call, where people get to really, we have to ask the right questions for them to start looking at their lives in a way that they probably have never looked at it before.
Absolutely. And not every coach is for every client. My goal with every client is to see if I can serve them. If I can help them, I will say so. If I can't, it's pretty much say, you know what, I cannot do this kind of work that you need. We will find somebody that can help them. The key is to get the benefit of that time on both sides, because we're here to learn and grow.
Absolutely. And you need someone to help you through some of this stuff. I know that for me, I've always had a mentor. I've always had, no matter what I'm doing, like I was a clarinet player and I had a clarinet teacher. You don't try to do that by yourself. You need someone to coach you and help you get to that next place and learn what you need to learn. I don't see how anybody can do anything like in business without some kind of coach that's been there before them and can help them see.
I love that. I mean, I was just speaking, interviewing Forbes Riley, and day before that, Laura Langmeyer. And the key to go to that next level, you need somebody that's done it to help you go there. So if you're at the 100,000 and you want to go to 1 million, doing it by yourself is very difficult. It's not impossible, but it might take you 5-10 years. But when you get somebody in your corner, when you get somebody looking, that's showing you what's it going to take, you can get that in 6 months. You can get that in 3 months, 1 year. Why take 20 years? Like this book, it's been around for the last 120 years. You can get it for free. And from it, you can learn what's going to take to launch your business, to launch your activities. But are you willing to spend 20 years? Or do you want to take the wisdom of somebody that's been doing it for 60 years, like Bob? We're learning from him, and it's going to be delivered to you as the vessel, as the how.
Right.
That's the key.
It's so true. I mean, I use that book, The Science of Getting Rich, too, by Wallace Wattles. It's like everything happened right around that turn of the century, where people started to, think differently and help us to challenge our thoughts and beliefs. So that's so great. I love that. So how do you transition? How do people transition, though, from being stuck to where they start to feel clarity and focus?
Okay, well, there's 2 ways. And I'm going to say the first one, that I've been doing this now for a few months with Bob. And then I'm going to say it in a way that was for somebody who has not been studying. So once you start studying mindset and you get coached on it, you will realize that studying mindset material is the key to awareness. And studying becomes the answer. Studying mindset material, studying Think and Grow Rich, studying the laws of success, studying material like U Square, studying material like what Bob said, You Were Born Rich. When you sit down and you study it, and I don't mean reading the whole book in one day, I mean just reading a few pages and getting that, what did it really mean? What do I really want? How is that possible? Getting yourself upgraded and being in a group that is thinking like you. So now that I've been doing it for a while, I know that is the way. I have to study every day, and that's what makes me grow. That's what makes my awareness move. But now I know that because I've been doing it and I'm helping others. But for someone who has not been doing it, for someone who is stuck and they're frustrated, what's the first step? The first step is get yourself plugged in some community that is singing the song you want to sing. It could be the real estate, or it could be the a sales gig. There's so many different masterminds. Get on a mastermind or get on a book club. I have a couple book clubs myself, and there's others that you can join at a very low cost
Hmm.
to get you to see and get out of your shell. To get, there's others like you. You're not alone, right? But step out and say, you know what? I'm willing to try something new, because if you're not gonna try something new, nothing's gonna happen. And you don't have to think about it too hard. Just look at your results. You look at your results, and if your results are not what you want, you need to do something different. And that something different could be joining a book club,
Mm.
joining a few coaches that you're thinking about to see what they're doing on their lives. What do they offer? Do they have a small package, or is it all just a big package? Some of us do that, small package, big package, small book club fee, just to get you going.
Hmm.
But the one that's most effective, I find, Monica, is get in a group that's thinking like you and get away from the poison that's going on around you, the negativity.
Yeah.
There's so much negative going on around. It's incredible. I mean, look at what's happening this year, and it's going to carry on till next year. But because we study this material, and because I'm so grateful that I found this material a long time ago, actually in '96, but I didn't realize it that 2 years ago I started really into it. That now whatever's going on around me does not affect me anymore, because I know where I am and I know where I want to go. So you have to get in an environment that's very positive and get away from the negative. And sometimes it could be family. Sometimes it could be the work that you're in. Sometimes it could be your boss.
Hmm. Yeah, I really get that. I mean, I think for me, it was like learning how to work with my own thoughts gave
Hmm.
me such a sense of freedom. It was like I can heal my own fear. I can let go of the fear and that anxiety that I was in back. This was 30 years ago, and it just opened up my heart to a whole different way of being.
Yeah,
And you don't realize it till you're. Sometimes you have to hit rock bottom to get there, but if you do, that's fine because it'll catapult you out of that completely.
that's so true. And unfortunately, it happens to a lot, and it doesn't need to, but it does. Unfortunately, that's the human, right? We're not going to change. The only way we're going to change what we're doing is
Mhm.
two ways. We're going to have to. You'll get an emotional impact, and that's hitting rock bottom. You get something really negative in your life, you're like, oh, that's it, I'm fed up with the situation, it's time to do something else. Or you study, and that's repetition. When you study, you're studying something again and again and again, and you reprogram yourself to move in the direction of your desire. And your desire is everything, because everybody out there is stuck, but are they desiring what they want, trying to attach themselves to something to grab them, to pull them? So many are forgetting their goals and forgetting their desire, and they're dedicating their life to nonsense, small stuff, when they can live the life that they want. We help people to dream big again and start living the life.
Absolutely. It's so exciting too when you get the tools that you need and you start to see it work and your mind shifts and you realize I can create my life however I want it to be. And there's nothing limited. There's no limits at all. So let me
Yeah,
ask you one more
yeah,
question, because
sure.
that changes you when that starts to happen, right? It becomes like a self-image, a question of self-image. You have to kind of change how you see yourself and how you position yourself. So your identity starts to shift. Tell me about that.
So that's a big deal, self-image and identity, and it's so unreal for the average individual. And average, I'm average still, and we're all growing, so we're all average. But once you realize what self-image is, that your current results will not surpass your inner self-image. So if you're a $20,000 a year man or woman, or if you're $100,000 man or woman, or if you are happy, whatever you are right now, your self-image is basically that. Your inner self-image is coming to the outside. So many are not happy because they want the $1 million, they want the $100,000 job, but on the inside, they're not thinking like that. They are
Right.
thinking lack, scarcity, negative. I can't do it. I can do it. Instead of I can do it. I can do it. I am the best. I am the best. That's what you have to do on the inside. You have to change to what you want to be on the outside. So if you want to be that $1 million man or woman, you have to feel like that. And how do you do it? How do you become like that? How do you start feeling like the $1 million person or $10 million, whatever that is? You have to start from the inside. You have to change. And there's a process how to walk you from where you are to where you want to go. Now, there's nothing wrong with you. If anybody's listening, I'm not sure how many are watching. There is nothing wrong with you. We don't need to fix your self image. We just build a new one. We'll
Yeah.
forget the old one and we build you a new one. You build a new one. You tell me what you want and we'll help you get it. That's the best part. The most exciting lesson from Bob was when you realize that, wow, I just have to decide what I want, go through a process in terms of what do you want? What do you want to look like? What do you want to feel like? Start acting as if and feeling and believing that you are. You tell yourself the story enough times, it has to come to form. Your desire will come to form. It's incredible.
It is. I love it. I've been through so many different types of programs too, and you know, sometimes it's like when we get into our story that we keep telling that keeps us stuck. If you write it all down and you say it out loud to yourself over and over, it gets really old and really tired, and you just go, "Oh, I
Yeah.
don't want that anymore." So then you start to like, I want to create something new for myself, and that opens up all possibilities. So exciting. I love what you're doing, and I love that you're here with me today. You're my first live on this.
Oh, I love that. So it's good. So
So we're just
that's so
cracking
awesome.
up.
Well, I mean, thank you for the opportunity. It's been awesome.
Yeah, right. So we'll do this again, and because this has been a fascinating conversation, and I'd really like to get into more details about how you work. But for now, I think this was a really great introduction. I'm so glad to get to know you better. And if anyone's interested, look up Kamal on LinkedIn or Instagram, wherever you find this live stream today, and get the support you need. Just have a breakthrough call, see what happens, what's possible for your life. If you're feeling stuck at all, this could be your answer right here and now. So thank you again, Kamal.
Thank you so much. Love it. It was beautiful. We'll do it again. And yes, for everybody that's out there listening, it's been an awesome session. Keep coming back. Monica is amazing. And the world is yours. The world is yours to have. And if you don't believe it, we believe in you. And every one of you out there, you can do it. You can do it. God bless.
So great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Bye bye.